Hey guys, it's Lucas. Time to harvest some Wine Cap Stropharia. Gonna leave some of the ones that are still babies, but this size here kind of is babyish, but it's the size I like to harvest them. They have the most mild flavor when they're this size. The bigger the caps get and the darker the gills get, the taste starts to change. It becomes a little more smoky, a little, I don't know, it's hard to describe. Oh boy, I got a lot of mushrooms. Gonna cook these up today and freeze them because I really have more than I know what to do with right now. More over here. This guy's looking a little funky, but we'll use them up. This one's kind of fun looking. This might be my biggest harvest ever. See, once the gills start opening up like this guy right here, the flavor starts to change a little bit, but it won't be long before they get really dark. Stronger flavor when the gills start to get really dark. That's a little baby one right here. I'm not gonna eat that. Just throw them back into the mulch. Let that mycelium keep doing its work. Wow, got a lot so far. That's all right. Go. These are pretty small. I'm gonna let those keep going. Oh, there's some more over here.
Whoa!
I think that's it for the front yard patch. Now we're gonna do the back. All right, so this is what I got from my front yard patch, which is going off. And now I'm gonna start picking them in the backyard. Just pick these two. And I know I got a bunch more ready to pick back here as well. These two guys. Try not to get the dirt on them when you pick them. I always cut all the stem butts off and clean them up really well before I cook them. Man, I should have got a bigger tray because I still got a bunch more to pick. I got a bunch over here. Bug on that one. Out here. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I'm gonna leave the rest because I got a lot of work to do cleaning these up. I always try to cover the mycelium back up after I harvest so it doesn't dry out and it stays nice and healthy. Right here is ready, so we're gonna pick him. These guys I'm gonna leave, let them get bigger. Wow guys, what do you think of that harvest? I also still have about 20 of them in the fridge that I harvested yesterday. And then I got this guy over here, which I let go to see how big it wanted to get. And now I'm just enjoying it. I don't eat every one of the mushrooms that I grow. Some of them I just like to enjoy them like the flowers. Let my fairies enjoy them as well. All right, so I got my big harvest of Wine Cap Stropharia right here. Harvested them pretty young, but that's for a couple of reasons. So the bugs don't get to them, and so that the flavor remains kind of mild. I like my mushrooms to have a little bit of a mild, not so overwhelming flavor to them. And they're pretty dirty, growing in that mulch and soil, so gonna brush them off a little bit as we go. Gonna cut the stem butts off, and we're gonna save them and replant them in the yard. So we just cut off those stem butts, put them to the side. When they get to this size, you don't want to eat the stalk, so I was just gonna discard the stalk on this guy completely. It's still a good size for eating them, but I find when you try to let them get to this size, it's more likely the bugs are gonna get to them or the weather is gonna get to them. So I harvest them young before anything can eat them before I can, you know? So I recommend that you clean your Wine Cap Stropharia harvest outside if possible, or in your garage, because the other day I brought some into my kitchen and I started harvesting. I started cleaning them up, and I popped the cap off of one, and probably like a dozen flies flew out of it, like these little bugs, and went into my kitchen and my house, and I was a little upset about that. So this mushroom here and a couple other them, they have some like orange looking larvae in the bottom there, but taking them apart and popping out the stem, and it seems like you could just kind of just take out the crown part here that covers the gills and protects the gills, and that's the part where the larvae is. So you don't have to discard them when you see something like that. That's part of the mushroom's protection. There is that crown covers the gills long enough for it to grow before the bugs can get to it. All right, so that's step one in my process of cleaning up my wine caps. I'm going to distribute these stem butts all over my yard into fresh patches of mulch. And this good mycelium right here, still nice and fresh, it'll inoculate that mulch. And that's why I keep getting these huge flushes of wine cap all over the place in my yard. These guys still need a little bit of cleaning up. There's still some dirt on them, so I'll brush them off with paper towel or something, and then we're gonna cook them up. Hope you guys like that video. If you want to learn how to grow Wine Cap Stropharia, check out the video in the link above. I'm gonna cook these up now and show you what I like to do with these. So if you want to learn how to cook these up, make sure you check out that video as well. Have a great day and stay healthy.